Yo, guys, Urban Barz brings you the best UK reactions to rap, hip hop, and urban music from all around the world. And guys, today is a somber day here at Urban Barz. And for all you Sidhu Moose Wala fans, for all you people who follow his music, follow his sentiments, follow his journey, follow his reason to go out there and do the politics he did, guys. Today is the 29th of May and it marks the 2-year anniversary for when our man Sidhu Moose Wala was tragically murdered, guys. He was murdered. There's no more I can say about that, guys. He was murdered. So guys, today I'm trying to play as many Sidhu Moose Wala tracks to keep this legend alive in our hearts, guys. Sidhu stood for a lot of things. A lot of people think Sidhu was maybe just one track. He wasn't. He was multifaceted, multi-talented. His words, his music, and more importantly, guys, his actions spoke to me in volumes, guys. And this is why Sidhu Moose Wala dropped tracks like this one here called Levels. And he's dropped it with Sonny Malton, who's another MC who Sidhu has worked with many a time, guys. And at the time Sidhu tragically passed, he was dropping cuts left, right and Chelsea, people. I remember there were 4, 5 or 6 cuts dropped in such a quick time because he had an EP out and he was ready to absolutely ride off of the wave, off of the Moose track, the Moose tape, guys. And he was moving forward. My man was moving forward and he really was a legend. He is a legend, guys. So let's check out this track, Levels.
I was gonna rip it harder, I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
And that is so strange. I remember when this dropped, people, listen to Iron Mike Tyson. And he was talking about Lennox Lewis at the time. He said he's going to rip his heart off. He was the most brutal and vicious champion there's ever been. I remember that. There was so much on that track because we had 2 superstars who were meeting in a super fight. And it doesn't happen that often in boxing, guys. So when it happened, what was that, 2003, 2004? I can't remember the exact year, guys. 2003, something like that, guys. When it happened, it was sensational. Everything went crazy. They even had a bit of an argument before the fight where Tyson said, I'm going to eat your children, this, that, and everything else. And the reason they're dropping this was because Sidhu Moose Wala is in the same state, guys. It's levels. There's levels to this game. There's levels to all games. There's levels to be an elite athlete, levels to be an elite MC, elite singer. And then to step up to all-time great and to step up to the GOAT, etc., etc. There's levels in this game. And Sidhu was trying to show you that. There's levels to this game. And it's really strange now because Iron Mike Tyson's got a fight coming up really shortly. Is it Jake Paul, I think, coming up shortly? Tyson hasn't fought in 20 years. He is a legend, an all-time great, a superstar. And Sidhu Moose Wala, in 20 years' time, he's going to be the same state as a legend, all-time great superstar. He will never be forgotten, people. Never be forgotten.
I was gonna rip it harder, I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no.
I love that. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander, Alexander the Great. And the reason why Mike Tyson can be linked with Alexander the Great conquered the world. And I think he was he 25 years of age? I know he was under the age of 30 because he passed. And Alexander the Great conquered most of the world, but he couldn't conquer India. India was his Achilles heel, people. Didn't conquer India. That was a place too far for Alexander the Great. So Mike Tyson is saying Lennox Lewis is a conqueror. Yeah, but Mike Tyson was the youngest heavyweight champion in history. The age of 20 years of age, people. So Lennox is a conqueror. No, but I'm Alexander. And he's no Alexander. I'm the best ever.
I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm
Sonny Liston, yes.
There's no one like me. I'm from Nashville. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
There was a statue in the background there, guys, at the start of this. And then did that statue when they unveiled it? Yeah. It's flipping the bird. And that is all the detractors of Sidhu Moose Wala. And you see him lounging on the chaise lounge, the couch, wherever it is there, because do you know what? This is light work, people. This is easy work, as Floyd Mayweather says. Easy work, light work, light work. The rest of you are all light work. Trust me on that. So you see Sidhu there just lounging there, and he's got his money in his trainers there. It's light work, it's easy work, and do you know what? He's just taken a nap. And even while he's napping, he's making money, people. Even while he's sleeping, he's making money. Oh my gosh. So you see these little images here. When I first saw this, I didn't even check any of these out. So I don't know what it says here, and I can't read it, guys. But if you know what it says here, let me know in the comment section. So there's a lot of imagery in this video that I didn't pick up the first time I watched. Look at that. The money just rolling out of his cup. Oh my gosh. There's so much of this imagery I never picked up. And you see the two conquering, these Dobermans, these two conquering dogs here, guys. You ain't going to even get past the Dobermans to get to the champ. No chance.
Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's
Cut
no
from the
one
same
like me.
cloth.
There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
Out broke as a fucking hard lifetime deep pension mangda hai mari janani wangu ni sare.
So they're riding on Sidhu's coattails to pay for their pensions and to get their fame. Jealous as anything, but they'll try and use him to step forward in the game. They want to be labelled as my rivals for no apparent reason. Because even if you're linked with the Sidhu Moose Wala name, SNW, your fame and your money, everything increases tenfold. Trust me on that, people. Not on my level. Hip singing in the background. Scorpions. Ha. Oh, so funny. I know what these eunuchs are capable of. So it's almost like they are not a real man. They portray an image that they're a real man, but when you come closer, they're not. They don't have the essentials to be a real man, to step up to the plate. They only have so much, people. They're almost a copy, but a copy which isn't. A copy can never be as good as the original, people. So in some ways, they're eunuchs. They haven't got what it takes to step up to the levels of our man Sidhu Moose Wala. Oh, I never saw an English subtitle version of this track when I responded to it, and now I'm listening to and watching these subtitles, I'm beginning to understand so much more. So he's saying here, some front as Jats. And Jats is what Sidhu Moose Wala is. And people told me the real meaning of Jat is the people from the farmers, the lands, etc., etc. But it's more than that. It's everything that drove Sidhu Moose Wala. It drove him in his life, in his music, in his politics, people. It drove him to look after and look out for his people and stand up for his people. So he's saying here, some front as Jats from the Maha region. Wow. And here it says it was a diss to Prem Dillon. And then some imitate the Yaka, which is a Punjabi slang word for kids born in Canada. So you've got the two elements there, people. You've got Sidhu Moose Wala from the Musa village, people. Punjab, raised and bred. But then he went out to Canada to study, and that's when he dropped his first few tracks and lived in Canada. He dropped G-Wagon. What's that, 2017? Something like that, people. And then from there, he based in Canada, people. And that's Sonny Malton as well, based in Canada. And he blew up, people, all around the world. So Sidhu is listening to and he's responding to his detractors. And he's telling them straight, you're not on his level. You try and be on his level, you try and copy him, but you're not real, you're fake. You're not even real men. You're eunuchs. You haven't got everything that it is to be a real man. And he's flipping the bird all the time. Oh, so Sidhu's got the eyes there, people. Look at them eyes. Wow. Bloodshot eyes, people. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. They're not on his level. It's funny how Sonny's singing more or less on this track rather than rapping. Sonny and Malton.
Yo, it's like who else you really know that be setting the bar. They just dropped a couple songs, but they think they're a star.
Oh, I love that, and that is so true, people. The world we live in today, I've been into hip-hop, music, worked in the music industry for years, people, and back in the days, it took a long time to get yourself to be recognized in any way, shape or form. So nowadays, it's like TikTok and all these new social media fangled things can make someone famous within 5 minutes. You drop a couple of songs, now you think you're famous. Really? And Andy Warhol said everyone's going to be famous for 15 minutes. But it's the longevity, people, and it's the hard work, dedication that makes someone famous. And also it's the realness for that person standing up for what they believe in. Whatever you do in this life, people, believe in what you do. Because if you don't believe in what you do, people will know that you ain't real. You're a fugazi, people. And I just love this, what Sonny Malton's saying. Oh my gosh, you made a couple of hits and now you think you're famous?
They just dropped a couple songs, but they think they're a star. We don't run from competition, we don't run from the law.
They don't run from competition and they don't run from the law. And that was proved out. Sidhu Moose Wala, he lived as he spoke, as he wrote, as he sang. And so does his crew, people. And he died repping for what he believed in. He died because he was trying to make it better for his own people. But the people from the higher ups didn't like that. Once you start getting into politics, people, they don't, you can't, I can't speak what I really want to say. But if Sidhu Moose Wala was just running around with the local crowd, getting into scrapes and tittles and tattles, whatever, they wouldn't have cared. But Sidhu was standing up for a much bigger reason. And he was standing up for his people, to make things better for his people. And this is why he started getting on the radar of people who didn't want him to be on that radar. Trust me on that. And this is what he's saying. We don't run from the competition. We don't run from the law. The song, the 295, the blasphemy laws, people. So in any which way possible, they tried to get Sidhu Moose Wala on the blasphemy laws, and gun laws, on all sorts of criminal charges. They tried to get his best friends. There were 16 charges they hit him up with. Listen, people. So it wasn't just gangs and rival enemy singers, rappers, whatever it was, who were trying to get Sidhu. There was other higher ups as well, people. And that's Sonny Malt was saying, we don't run from the competition. That ain't nothing. And we don't run for the law either. But it's a lot harder when the law gets involved, people. It's a lot harder to fight your cause and to stand your ground when the law gets involved, because it all becomes tricky and murky.
Songs, but they think they're a star. We don't run from competition, we don't run from the law. If you...
Oh. Hang on, guys, it just dropped there. So they don't run from the competition, they don't run from the law.
We don't run from competition, we don't run from the law. If you...
Don't know, something's happened with the video, people, but he's saying if you're trying to level up, I'm the one that you call. Wow. Let's see if this tape's working anymore, people. Hold on. And guys, you would not believe it. The moment I start talking about higher ups, politics, blah, 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 they cut the feed. Really? He's got a LA Raiders hat there, people. Cool, one of the old school. Trust me on that. But it's a real shame. So guys, what we're going to do here is I don't check these videos, I don't check anything before I react to them, so sometimes things happen. So I think the best thing that we can do, people, here at Urb'n Barz, guys, is I apologize to you. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to do this in 2 bits. I'm going to try and pastiche these 2 together, because I'm going to have to try and find out what's wrong with this, because obviously this isn't working. It's stopped, and for whatever reason it's not going to play. So we're halfway through the track, so what I'm going to do is do this in 2 parts, a part 1 and a part 2. I'll try and pastiche these together so we can do them all in one, but if not, you're going to get levels in a part 1 and a part 2. Apologies on that, guys, and just make certain you keep Sidhu in your hearts, guys. I'm very disappointed. I'm really sorry this has happened, but these things happen, guys, and they're sent to try us. Guys, so this is probably the first time ever it's happened here on my channel here at Urb'n Barz where I've had to do a reaction in 2 parts, and that is because I don't know what happened, but the English subtitle version of levels that I was reacting to beforehand just cut off halfway through, guys, and there's no way I could sort it out. I spent about an hour trying to sort it out. Didn't work. So guys, we're going to get our guys going on here, levels part 2, with our man Sidhu Moose Wala and our man Sonny Malton. And guys, it was fire. We had Sonny Malton just dropping people and just letting you know that people think they could drop a couple of tracks and think that they're superstars, this, that, and a third. It doesn't work that way, guys. Guys, there are levels to this game, and there are levels to everything. So let's check out our man Sonny Malton. We got to do this again, people. Let's go.
Yo, it's like who else you really know that be setting the bar. They just dropped a couple songs, but they think they're a star. We don't run from competition, we don't run from the law. If you tryna level up, I'm the one that you call. I just do this for the love, I don't do this for the bag. They said meet me at the top, I looked around like where y'all at.
Oh, I love that. Sonny Malton said he does it for the love, he doesn't do it for the bag. And he goes, you can meet me at the top. I look around, but I don't see any of you around there, because he's at that level too, people. But when he says he does it for the love and not for the bag, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. I've been into this game for more years than I can care to remember, people. It's a part of my life, a part of my ID, a part of my identity, a part of my DNA, people. And when you're into hip hop, as long as people have been, then yeah, it's the love. And I know so many people as well from way back in the days, from the UK, from the US as well, people who do it for the love. And if money comes out of it, then great, but it's part of their life, part of their identity, part of their DNA. And when Sonny Malton says this, what he's trying to say is, and I've been saying this, and guys, I keep saying this, you look at my old reactions from 93, 94, 95, people said keep it real. There was a lot of people coming into the game from outside of hip hop who thought they could make money out of hip hop, but they weren't hip hop. They didn't live the life, didn't live in any of the 4 pillars of hip hop. Trust me on that. Sometimes people say there's 5 pillars or even 6 pillars of hip hop. But people, just notice that Sonny Malton, Sidhu Moose Wala, it is their life. What they're doing is their life. If they're making money from it, all well and good, but it's still part of their DNA and their identity. And it is so true, people. Guys, I'm going to roll my man Sonny Malton all the way back again. The one that you call. I just do this for the love. I don't do this for the bag. They said meet me at the top. I looked around like where y'all at. Pardon if I laugh. Fuck you if you mad. I could lose everything and still double what you have. Wow. Sonny singing. Whoa. Just have to look at that, people. Sidhu's saying there's plenty of people who yip behind his back. Trust me on that, people. Oh my goodness. But if they want to say it to his face, no way. And it's us, my man, Scarface, people. So I've got a cold, so maybe you can't understand what I'm saying, guys, so I apologize. I'm hearing in my ears that I'm not sounding clear and coherent. But Sidhu's saying people talk behind his back, but they are too scared to say it to his face. And as my man Scarface Brad always said, always look a man in the eye before you. Really? It's as simple as that, guys. You either do it properly, you don't do it at all. Trust me on that. Oh, so Sidhu's, these guys yipping and yapping behind his back, too scared to say anything to his face. And then Sidhu's giving them food. He's letting them eat off of his table. And still these guys, they want to be paid off of what he... Oh, man, that is crazy. Guys, there's levels to this game. Levels to this sport. Levels. I love that. And it's so true, people. It's so true. Sorry, I've cut my arm up. I don't even know how I did this. I cut it up just now. Anyway, guys, but my man is saying that people are using Sidhu Moose Wala's name, his thumbnail, everything about him to increase their own views, increase everything about themselves. But they're slating him behind his back and saying bad things. But they will only try and use Sidhu to climb up. Wow. And he's saying here, a few say to start some beef, because if they know that they're beefing with Sidhu, that means that they're getting noticed. Without any beef with Sidhu, they ain't even going to get played or noticed. No one's even going to know their names. So he's alluding to a lot of people are collaborating with famous and more famous people to get themselves on the map. Sidhu doesn't need to do that. Doesn't need to do that, people. And that's so true. The No Name EP. Remember that was with all like the green background, etc., etc. I remember when that dropped, I was just fiending for track after track after track, and they were just so great, people. Remember The Last Ride, etc., etc. It was unbelievable. It was prophetic. A lot of the songs on that track were prophetic for what was going to happen just a few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks later, people. But the No Name EP, and now it makes more sense, isn't it? So he didn't even need to, Sidhu didn't even need to say anything, just drop an EP, no name on it. And it was still going to shift more units than you, him, your crew, your boys, your friends, all put together. Oh my goodness. And he says here, my brand's value, I don't need to tell you. My goodness, it's so true, people. So true. Solo. No name. Drops it. Next minute is in the Billboard 100. So people are now trying to copy the Sidhu Moose Wala blueprint. They think it's easy. Think that he was an overnight success, but Sidhu did his business. I know he dropped cuts from 2017 and he was rolling in Canada. So people now are trekking out there to see if they can do the same moves as Sidhu. Sidhu's paved the way. He's the pioneer. He pioneered this. MC Shan, that's why I pioneered this. You know your hip hop, you know your old school people. I know my old school back to front. Trust me on that, I know it back to front. But people are using that blueprint to try and make bank off of Sidhu Moose Wala's name, off of what Sidhu Moose Wala did. He had to work hard to get to his position. He never blew up overnight. He worked hard, people. Trust me on it. He was a pioneer. And not at his level. Not at his level. There's levels to this game. Oh, I love that. Down to earth, but still above you. My goodness. So he's keeping it real. But even just keeping it real, he's still levels and leagues above you. Trust me on that. Sidhu Moose Wala, Sonny Malton, produced of course by The Kid and directed by Nav Diman. Incredible. Guys, I'm so sorry I had to drop that in 2 parts. Had so many technical errors and mistakes and things going on there. It was just insane, guys. Trust me on that, it was insane. But I hope you enjoyed that. Levels was a fantastic track. I remember when he dropped it, it just blew my mind, people. Trust me on that, with the Mike Tyson sample at the start saying, yeah, it's coming for you. Guys, it is what it is. Today's a sad day because we are commemorating the 2nd anniversary of the death of our man Sidhu Moose Wala, but as long as we play his music, we analyse what he's talking about, we even rep for what he wanted to do, etc. People, just keep Sidhu Moose Wala alive in your hearts, your minds, your bodies, people. Just keep him alive here. Play his music, enjoy Sidhu Moose Wala. He did so many tracks, and then just listen to the tracks, and then even if you want to dissect them, dissect the tracks, because on one level it means one thing, but when you dig deep you understand exactly what Sidhu Moose Wala was about. He wasn't just an artist, he was much more than this, people. He was here for a movement, represented the Jat, the Musa village. My man Sidhu Moose Wala represented from the Punjab. He represented his people, whether it's from Canada, people in India, or even people across the world. He used to come to the UK all the time, people. My man was more than most people can even understand. So I just pray that he rests in peace, rests in power, as people say, people. But he's always going to be alive, as when we play his music, we'll understand that Sidhu Moose Wala was much more than you could ever understand. Guys, I hope that you're enjoying these reactions that I'm dropping to Sidhu Moose Wala. I am finding out so much more with a lot of these subtitles as well. And from you guys, let me know down here in the comment section about anything that I've missed or don't understand. You let me know. Thank you so much, people. You explained to me about the Jat, what the Jat means, and how people call people themselves Jats. It's almost very similar to sometimes people say like the N word, this, that, and everything else. But just keep it coming, people. Keep letting me know what's going on. Let me know all the situations that are happening, guys. But make certain you check out Sidhu Moose Wala. I'll be dropping some more Sidhu Moose Wala's tracks even today, and as the days go by. So make certain you, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you subscribe to Urb'n Barz. Also make sure you tune in and you check out the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys.